Okay guys, it's Dwight Agnor again. Make money with Mila. I hope this has been really helpful to you, and I hope you watch these over and over again. I have done this system over and over again, and I have signed many distributors, and I've helped those distributors sign many distributors. So I'm simply sharing with you, and again, you have to learn this stuff inside out. And then you've got to make sure that everyone you bring into the business, don't think they're just going to go off on their own. You have to take them by the hand like we're taking you by the hand, and make sure they watch these videos, keep in touch with them, follow up on them, make sure they're spending their time, make sure they have their why, make sure they have their list, everything we're teaching you. Then, okay, now people have tried the Mila, you know what their results are, and they've run out of Mila. Or they're going to run out in a day or two. Boy, now they really want to know what to do because they don't want to be without Mila. Now don't let them run out. You want to talk to them a day or two before they're out. And remember, now you've been giving them 2 mini bags, right, to a single individual. 2. Don't give them 1. That 8 days is just not quite enough all the time. And if it's not enough for them to really feel the dramatic effects, then they may not be so excited about the Mila. But if you give them 2 mini bags, that's enough time. That's a week and a half or 2 weeks worth, so they really have the time to feel it. And if it's a couple, a husband and wife, and again, remember my key group that I look for. When I go on Facebook and I look for people, don't be offended because I know some of you are watching this, but I'm looking for people that are in that age group or that look like they could lose some weight. And that's who I ask to be my friends, and then I get to know people and I find out about them, and that's how I approach people. And as I get to know them and I find out what their problems and what their issues are, and I find that if one of the husband or wife or boyfriend or girlfriend are a certain way, usually their partner is also, because they eat the same, they share the same meals, they have the same lifestyles, and many times a lot of their friends are the same, right? So that's what I zero in on. And if you've done that, you should be giving 2 mini bags to one person, or 1 full bag to a couple. All right? And a couple, that's great if you can have a husband and wife in the same boat and give them a full bag. Now, sometimes I find people who are really in bad shape. Let's say it's somebody my age and they're really overweight and they have knee problems and they're diabetic and they have all kinds of intestinal problems and they have arthritis and whatever. A lot of people have many things going on. And so if I really believe in that person, then I might give that one individual a full bag so that they have plenty to really experiment with. And the one thing I've left out of this, not only do I look for the people, the look-wise of who it would affect, but the biggest thing is, if I was able to help that person, and I know in my heart Mila will help that person, see, but let's suppose that you gave Mila to people, and they lost weight, and they feel great, and they've got great energy, and their pain is gone, and they just love the Mila, and now they run out. Well, some people won't get more. They just say, well, I don't care, because some people really don't care about their health, and they don't care about their life. And they won't buy more Mila, and they won't want to become a partner with you or a distributor with you. So you've got to know your people. And if they're lazy people, and there are some of those, if you know somebody's too lazy to do anything, that they're really that kind of person, why would you want to waste your Mila on that person? I mean, it's costing you money. This is business. So you're not only looking at who would benefit from the Mila and who would get the fastest results and the most dramatic results, but you're also looking at who do you think would want to get into business? Who would get so excited that they would understand how much money could be made? Who wants to make money? That's what we're really looking for, right? That's what you do in business. Now, I look them right dead in the eye at that point and I ask them one question. Do you want to stop eating Mila? You're about to run out. Do you want to stop eating Mila? Or do you want to continue eating Mila? 9 out of 10 times, they will say, I don't want to stop. Of course I want more. I've been asking you, how do I get more Mila? Right? Next question. How many people do you know who would like Mila? Well, you know, how many people do you know that are overweight? How many people do you know with high cholesterol or high blood pressure or diabetes? Or how many people do you know with constipation or digestive problems or fibromyalgia or pain? Almost everybody, right? So, do you want to stop eating, Mila? Now that they've experienced it? No, they don't want to stop eating, Mila. How many people do you know? A lot of people. Well, really, I mean, if you really thought about it, how many people do you think you know? I mean, could you put together 50 people that would love Mila? Yeah, probably. Okay, how about everybody in your family and all of your friends? Get them to think about that again, right? Do you think they would love Mila as much as you do? Of course, why wouldn't they? Okay? Would you like to make extra money by just sharing Mila with the people you know? I mean, you wouldn't be ashamed to share Mila the way I shared it with you, right? Of course not, because you know they're going to love it. And what do you got to do? You just tell them what's happened to you and send them to a video, and they tell you if they want it or not. What have you done? You haven't tried to sell them anything. Nothing awkward, nothing uncomfortable. Then they say, of course, who doesn't want to make money? Be honest. Who do you know that would say, no, I don't want to make any money? Nobody's going to say that. If you went up to them first, before they ever experienced Mila, and said, hey, you want to make some money? I got a great way to make money. Well, you know what? To most people, that's a turnoff, right? Most people don't want to hear that because they think, oh boy, here we go. But if they love this product and they believe in it like you do, and now they're excited, right? And you just asked them that question, do you want to stop eating Mila? And ask those questions. How many people do you know? Do you think they would love Mila as much as you? Would you like to make extra money by just sharing Mila with other people? Yes? Okay. You send them to the videos. YouTube.com/Mila4Asia. It's right here on this. It's right on our page here, the Team Asia page. Right? That's it. And then I will be there and tell them every step of the way. Everything about Mila, everything about the business, you know, the compensation plan. Now, follow them up. Follow up, follow up, follow up. You got to watch these videos. They're great. They will explain everything. It's so easy. And we're new in Asia. We have an opportunity here to make some serious money. This thing is really taking off, and you're at the ground level, right? And they are at the ground level. Come on, how many hundreds and hundreds of millions of people are there in this area of the world? And we're first. Do you understand? Do you understand? We've got the greatest product on earth. And once people eat this, they will never, ever stop eating this. Ever. And they're going to tell everybody they know about it. And the longer they eat Mila, the more effect it will have. And the more they will tell people about the Mila. And then more people, and more people, and more people. And the only place they can get it is from people like me and you. And we're on the same team. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. You've got to make the commitment. Do you really want to make money? Because if you will do everything that I've told you to do here, you can't not make money. See, you will make money. The only way you will not make money is if you quit. If you do not do this the right way. If you do not make the commitment. If you want to make the commitment and you will stick to that commitment, you will make money. There's a poem I'd like to recite for you, and I say this a lot. You've seen it on my personal video. I used to do this with all my models. If you think you're beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but you think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you've already lost. For out in the world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all about your state of mind. If you think you're outclassed, you are. You've got to think high if you want to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you ever get your prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or the faster man. But sooner or later, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. You can. All you've got to do is follow this system. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.